Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Frigate series. In part 3, I'm going to show you how to stream your live CCTV footage on your TV using a single board computer and FFmpeg. But before we get started, let's talk about why this is a game changer. Imagine being able to keep an eye on your home security footage without needing to be glued onto your computer or your phone. It's all about convenience and getting those real-time updates right in your big screen. And I'll walk you through the entire installation step by step. We'll cover everything from the physical setup of my single board computer to configuring the software, which is the FFmpeg service, for flawless streaming. Stick around until the end, because not only I will show you how to install it in 1 or 2 camera streams, but I'll also demonstrate how to set up to 4 RTSP camera streams. So, if you're ready to elevate your home security game, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So what do we need? A single board computer. Doesn't matter if it's an Raspberry Pi, an Orange Pi, or any other brands. As long as you can run a Linux distro in your device, you can use that. We will also need an HDMI cable and a power supply for the single board computer. We also need to ensure it's connected to our local network because we will connect our RTSP stream via LAN. In my case, I am using an Orange Pi 1. It's already one of the oldest released single board computers, but it's still being sold here, and it's decent enough to play up to 2 streams at best. The computer has a quad-core CPU, an HDMI slot, Ethernet port, and is powered by 5 volts DC. My TV is good enough to power the single board computer, and I've also used a Wi-Fi dongle so that I won't need to use a long Ethernet cable. For software, you need the latest updates for your distribution. Additionally, you'll need the RTSP stream URL from your webcam, as this is the URL we will access with FFmpeg. This guide covers both secure and insecure installation methods. The secure method reduces the risk of compromise, but may result in slower performance, which can vary depending on your single board computer. The root method offers faster performance, but increases the security risk. To minimize a potential data breach, it's best to use the secure method and avoid downloading malicious files on the same single board computer and keeping it for a single purpose. To start the tutorial, I have provided a Codebird repo with all the commands. The link is in the description. First, enter the terminal of your single board computer either directly or via SSH. I recommend doing an apt update and apt upgrade to ensure you have the latest packages. Then, install FFmpeg and agree to also install any additional packages that are required. After the installation is complete, we would want to test if our single board computer can play our RTSP stream. We will use the ffplay command with our RTSP URL. As you can see, the stream started successfully and no errors but only warnings. But it's okay to ignore these. We will then proceed to the installation. I'll first demonstrate the secure method. We will need to create a group and a user who will use the FFmpeg on startup. Just copy the commands in order like you see in the screen. For the password, I would recommend something different from your root password. After that, we can now create and edit the service file. This is where we will insert the configuration of our RTSP stream. This is for the single CCTV RTSP stream. Once done, just save and exit. Next, we would want to give access to the user on audio and video. Next, we will then reload daemon, start the service, enable the service so that it will start every boot, I forgot to edit my RTSP URL in my configuration. To update your configuration, just open your editor again, modify the text, then save and exit once you're done. Instead of starting the service, you can reload the daemon and restart the service, since you already have it enabled. Now, it will be active every time you start your TV, as it will boot the single board computer. Next, we will do the root method. In case you don't want to make a user, or for some reason the secure method is inconvenient, you may want to consider this method. We don't need to create any user or group. We will straight go ahead and create the service file. There's only a slight difference from the secure configuration. Just remove the group line and change the user to root. Save and exit once you're done. Also, reboot your daemon and start and enable the service. On my end, I've already done it, that's why I've restarted. But if you skip to this part, just copy and paste the rest of the commands below the configuration code in the root guide, as this will start the service and make it start every time you start your TV and your single board computer. And with that, you will have the RTSP up and running. Next, we will demonstrate using two RTSP streams. Please note that the configuration for these streams do not include audio. You can use ChatGPT to modify the code to add audio and test it. On my end, it's not working, probably because the Orange Pi 1 couldn't handle it. We will edit the service file and replace it with the horizontal configuration. It will have two streams stacked vertically. Save and exit once done, and then restart daemon and the service. In my testing, as the more streams you add in your configuration, the higher the CPU usage you will use. I can only use up to 4 cameras, and if I use the secure method while having more streams, it will lag even more, and the FPS drops are very noticeable with the Orange Pi 1. We then go to the vertical configuration. It's stacked horizontally, and it's not stretched out. Just copy and paste the code and save and exit. Finally, a reboot on the daemon and to your service file. There's a lot of room in the screen, so I also considered trying out 4 RTSP streams. It's 2x2 in format, and each will have even sizes. I've duplicated the feed from my 2 cameras since I only have 2 available at the moment, and this is to give you an idea what would it look like. Once again, just copy the code, edit the file, save and exit, when reload daemon and your service. Again, if you want to customize, just copy the configuration in ChatGPT and suggest what style you like. For example, you would want to add more streams in case 4 is not enough, or add audio, as I have also created other configurations with ChatGPT. And finally, when I checked and tested if there was delay between watching it on Frigate and watching it on TV, it's pretty much synchronous as long as it's not using the secure method. Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe for more tech tips. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Got any questions or need help? Drop a comment below. Check the description for additional resources and links. See you next time.